Hello everyone, welcome to our today's workshop. Can you please tell me or type if it is audible? So can you hear our voices? Okay, good. Thank you very much. So now let's start with our today's workshop, which is devoted to teaching, tech tools for assessment and activities. And today with you are Madina Banu Ibragimova, Sarvanas Sharipova, and me, Tatiana Khan. So now let's start. Coming to the objectives of our workshop in the next slide. So, I think Sarvanas, can you please move to the next slide? Sarvanas, I think
Yeah,
she's
just a minute. Yeah. Just a minute.
Okay. Well, speaking about the objectives of our workshop, so at the end of this very workshop, you'll be able to apply your knowledge about the assessment in the classroom. Then you would be able to use the creative tech tools for assessment and activities, which are implemented for online classes. And you would be able to develop your own materials for assessment and, of course, your own activities for your students according to their objectives and their needs. But now let's have some time for thought in the next slide. We would like to ask you just a couple of questions. Why do we need to assess students? Do you think that this is very important, and how often do you assess your students? You can just type, you can unmute your microphone and say if you wish. Okay, guys, please be active. Any suggestions? Hello, yes, we can hear you.
So I have an opinion. I think that if the students are assessed, they will become more interested in the topic or in the exercise or everything during the lesson. And according to the assessment, they will work at themselves and they will improve their knowledge and get interested.
Good. Yes, of course. Yeah, exactly. So thank you very much. Yes, actually, yes, we need that assessment in order not just to monitor, but to see their gaps between our expected objectives, what they have, right, and what their real knowledge is. Okay, and I can see that some people are typing here. Yes, it is crucial. We need to monitor the progress of the learners. Of course, we should see where our students are and what else they need to acquire in order to meet that expected objectives of our lesson or of the whole curriculum, to see their process to motivate to study. Of course, yes, as some students might be very motivated when they see the progress ongoingly. Okay, next, and see the effectiveness of the methods which we are using. Yes, of course, it's very crucial for the teachers as well to have that positive or negative washback throughout the lesson. If they are not effective, we may alter it to other ones. Yes, this is the key for our teachers' development. Yes, if we can see the progress throughout the students learning, we can just implement it further and modify it further if we need some, let's say, modifications. And Sabina is writing to analyze their strengths and weaknesses. Of course, this is about the monitor again, so students can also analyze their own work. Great, thank you very much for your responses. And now let's move to our next slide. We'd like to speak about more things about our tools. So here in the next slide, I think we are having some problems with connection. Yeah, thank you very much, Sarvanas. So we will speak about the tools for today that will help us as a teacher to answer the following questions. The first is, are we teaching that we think that we are teaching? So are we giving the materials that they really need? Are the students learning what they are supposed to be learning? So are the students engaging are they engaged in what we are learning? So are we meeting that requirements of the course? And is there a way to teach it better? So do you think that the way you are assessing and you are evaluating your students is appropriate for your students? And are they engaged in it, or just are they simply doing like multiple choice answers to throughout your exercises? Yes, someone is speaking. Any questions? Or we can hear some background noise which might be a bit disturbing. That's why we kindly ask all the participants just to unmute when they just really need and have some questions. But still that time, please mute yourselves. Okay, so coming to the next slide, Sarvanas, please. We'd like to speak about the ways. Okay, how to use the tech tools in the classroom. Of course, as our topic for today is about assessment, we'd like to mention that it will help us to assess the acquirement of the knowledge, so reviewing the content of previously learned materials and assess it, to use it just before the group lesson and place our students in differentiated groups, which might be very beneficial. Yes, guys, please, thank you. Could you mute your microphones if you're not asking any questions? Thank you. So of course we can use that very tools in order to split the groups. I mean, to split the class into separate groups and make them work interactively. Next is about evaluating students' understanding of the lesson, of objectives and its standards, of course, and to identify students' interests, to divide them into research topics and STEM stations. So this one is very useful just in order to assign some kind of project work and assess it throughout the groups, just in order to see what areas of topics might be interesting for your students. But coming to the next slide, we'd like to speak about the key components of all of these tech tools that we are going to show to you today. So the first thing, that they are very easy to manage and implement. They don't require some super pooper knowledge of digital tools, but they are easy, very easy to implement, and might be very beneficial for your classrooms. The next thing is about strong reporting. So this tech tools will help you to analyze all of the data that you gather, and it is very useful to foster discussions, of course, just to make your students speak a lot, discuss, and throughout discussion we can evaluate them and as formatively or summatively. Okay, now my colleague will continue just speaking about the first tool that we're going to present to you.
Hello everyone. Today we will learn how to use Flipgrid. First of all, let's outline some benefits of the Flipgrid. It's a user-friendly teaching tool. It's free and simple to use, and it's practical for formative assessment. We can use this tool in different ways. Next slide, please.
Can you please go on? There is something wrong with my computer.
I see. This tool allows us to pose our questions, and we can ask our students to post video responses and ask them to comment on each other post. Moreover, we can ask our students to make some reviews of the books, videos, and stories as well. And we can evaluate our students with the help of this tool. And there are two ways. Now we will learn how to use Flipgrid, and I would like to show you how to use it. Now we are necessary some extra devices, and we will practice how to use it. Sarnas, please let me share my screen.
Yes, you can share.
Thank you. please type Flipgrid. And now click this type Flipgrid and click this button. Here you can see if you would like to enter as a student, you can type the code and enter. But if you're a teacher, please sign up for free. Click this button. And you should use your Google account or Microsoft account, any of them. I would like to use my Google account. And choose one of your accounts. Now it's my page. You can see this dashboard, discussion, discovery, activity, mixed type, shorts, and grid polls. Now I would like to show you how to create your own group. Here you can see the button, create a group. Click the button and type group name, for example, United ESL Teachers of Uzbekistan. Then you should choose one of them. I would like to use student email and click next. Here you should add the email domain. For example, I would like to use Gmail. My students can use their Gmail and enter the code and they can join my Flipgrid. For example, Gmail. And another is the website edu. .edu. Oops, here I forgot it, .com. So students can use these two domains to enter Flipgrid. If you like, you can enter a password, but I don't want. So students can use these two emails. Now click the next. Here we can select the topic. I would like to use reflection. Here's the copy. You can copy this link, then later you can share with your students. Now let's go to group. Here you can see just the group and you can add your topic. Click the button, add your topic, and you can add your topic. Reflection. And here you can add the question or to start your discussion, or you can add your instruction. For example, I would like to include my instruction, please. Reflect on our webinar. And you can set recording time here. And closed caption as well. I don't want to change it. And you can moderate. New videos will be hidden from the students until you activate them. You can moderate it. And here you can say media option. You can record a video, you can upload the video, you can add the video. Just you can click it and you can enter a valid code, the link, and you can add YouTube video, image. Here you can set different options. You can add all of them. Now click the button, create a topic. The topic is ready. Here's the code, the copy, all set. Usually students are too shy to start to record to take video responses. That's why you can start the discussion. Click the button, record the response. It's the option. And here they click three, you can see three buttons and click this and you can see three options. You can upload the clip, you can the mirror, you can change it, you can click the audio. And you can you can record your screen as well. Here and another option, effects, for example, filters, frames, emojis. You can use emojis, for example, if you are too shy. Like that. And you can record your video and send it. Let's click it. Hello, everyone. I'm delighted to see you all. Please reflect on our webinar. Then click it. Now, if you don't like the video, you can redo it. If you like it, you should click the button next. You can add another video as well. Or if it's enough, you can click the next. Now it asks you to take a selfie as well. That's all. Then next. And it's uploading. You can add your name, link, it's optional, title is optional as well. Then you can submit it. Complete. Now I would like to share it with you, and I would like to invite you to send your video responses. Please send your video responses. You have just 2 minutes, just say something like about our webinar. Just say hello, just I have learned this, or I'm practicing how to use the Flipgrid. Now I will share the link with everyone. Yes, you can download your video. I have just sent the link. Please reflect on it. I'm waiting for you. Then I will show you how to evaluate and how to grade it. Please send me your videos. I'm debating videos. Till that time, I would like to show you how to add a topic. You can click it. Here are the other options. For example, you can add a link, you can add another title, you can add another chat attachment as well. The other links and other titles. Here is your status. You can change it. Frozen, hidden. If you froze or it's hidden, nobody can see it. Here's also, if you choose every new video, you will receive notification because you signed it up with your Google account. Download, share. For example, I click this button and you can download and you can share it after creating your video. If I do like that, you cannot download and you cannot share your videos. Here's the other features, and students can the comment, they can view, they can add sticky notes, and students can delete or rearrange their clips, attach link, and students can like each other posts as well. You can change any of them anytime, and you can update your topic. Guys, are you practicing? Okay, here I would like to show you, if you click this, you can see the comment, the feedback, but it's my own work. You can add the comment as well. Here you can give the feedback, and here you can add the grading rubric, and you can grade your ideas. Then you can grade the performance as well, and you can add a private comment and nobody can see it. And you can edit your name, your email address, and anything. You can edit your students' name, email address, and title links as well. Okay, I will show you another one, which I have used here, the interview. Here you can see your students, for example.
Madina, I'm sorry, but we cannot see your screen. Tanya, do you have the exact presentation? Madina, can you make co-host? Can you make us co-host?
Yes, yes.
So please make co-host another presenter and let that presenter share the screen.
Couldn't you see my screen?
No, we cannot see your screen right now.
Sarnos, you can share the PPT, please. Can you share the PPT? I think the participants couldn't manage to use it, to use Flickr.
Madina, can you please make me host, because I made you host and I cannot share my screen right now, please. Madina, have you finished it with your presentation? Hi everyone, I think, am I audible?
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so another type of assessment tool that you can use in your classroom is Socrative. So what is Socrative? Socrative is an interactive web-based student response system that can help teachers spark conversation and learning through user-created polls and quizzes. So shortly we can say that this is a Quizmaker assessment tool, and here you don't just need any much more to use it. So here in this type of assessment tech tool, there are three main types of the questions that you can use during your for assessment of your students. So the first one is multiple choice question, and the next one is true false questions, and the third one is short answer questions. So I'm not going to take your time, and let's see how this tech tool works and how can we use in our classroom. So the first thing that we should do is to go to a Socrative teacher. Just don't forget that there are two types of the Socrative for teacher and Socrative for student. And you should go to the Socrative teacher. So what should we do? We should go to this link, teacher login, Socrative. Here, as you see, I have already logged in, and it's very easy to sign in with your Google account, so it doesn't take too much time. So that's why I didn't want to show it. So how can we continue after signing in here? So as you see in the on the screen, there are launch, quizzes, rooms, wrappers, and results. So the first thing that you should know is how to first of all, when you are creating your your room, there will be some kind of numbers, and you should change these numbers to some kind of name or something that is related to a classroom. For example, here as you can see, it's written Sharifa 4047, and this is the room number. And after getting this room number, you can share the room number, and your students can log in with this number, and they can do the test, take the test. Okay, so first of all, let's see. We will go to the quizzes, this part, and here, as you see, we have some quizzes that have already been created, and now I'll show you how to create ours, just new ones. Here we have the button Add Quiz, and we should click it. So create new one. So untitled. So we'll see, for example, quiz for teachers, for example. And so we have 3 different types of the questions here: multiple choice, true, false, or short answer. And we can just take or choose the one which we would like to have in our assessment. For example, multiple choice question. Here, as you see, we can just, you can write down the questions. For example, what types of the tech, what are so what are the types of the tech tools? For example, we can read right here, Socrative, Edpuzzle, and for example, let's take something different. So here, as you see, I've written 2, for example, 2 main types of the assessment tools. And you can also have here 2 answers if you want. And so you can add some questions, so some pictures here. And if you click the button here, the right question will be assessed here. And this one is not right, so I'll leave it without ticking. So true, false question we can do at the same time. So another one. So here, for example, Socrative is not an assessment tool. So here, if you press true, it will be true. If you press false, then it will be false. So we'll press true because it's true. And if you want, you can write some explanation why this answer is true. So we have here short answer questions, and it's also done the same as the same way we did with 2 types of the questions. So after we finished our quiz, we can here, as you see, we should click Save and Exit button. So quiz for teacher, yeah. So as you see, we have here 4 main questions, and our quiz is ready. And what should we do? Now we should go to the launch part and launch our quiz. So we should press the quiz. Then, which quiz do you want to present to our students? For example, I may present this one, conjunctions, because it is already done. So next, press next. Then, if you want your students to get instant feedback and see their answers, correct answers, you can just press this one, instant feedback. if you don't want your students to see their correct answers, you should press this one. So instant feedback. So let's press this one. Here you can also change settings. For example, required names. Yeah, before the students enter to the Socrative, they are required to type their names. Then shuffle questions. We don't have to shuffle questions. Shuffle answers if you want. Show question feedback. So we can also show why this typical question is right or wrong. So let's start. Then we should press the start. Now the quiz is activated here. As you see, if you see this icon here, it means that the test is on progress. So now just let's practice some a bit. I'd like to go to like this. Go to Socrative student. Like this, press this one, and here room name. On the room name, please write Sharipova 47. Then please click join, and you ask it to write down your name. Here I write my name, then done. So as you see, the questions appeared. Now you can do it by yourself to practice how it feels to be tested with Socrative. Please log in Socrative student and just do this, take this test, and it's too short. It only consists of 5 questions, and we'll see the results. Please be active. Please, dear participants, be active and see how it works.
Sarnos, can you share any link?
Link?
Participants are asking, yes.
Okay. Now, as you see here, we have two participants participating here. So their responses and which is right and which is wrong. They haven't finished it yet. So as you see, we can also take the reports here and use and show to our students how they did with the test. And as you see, it's super easy. So I think everything is understandable here. And let's give my turn to another speaker, Tanya. Tanya,
Yes,
you're
thank you
welcome to
very
speak.
much. Thank you very much. Could you please share the PPT?
Okay, right
again?
now, just a minute. Here you are.
11th slide, please. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you very much. And first of all, I'd like to apologize for some technical issues that we had. Now let's move. And as we're lacking a bit of time, I think we will not be able to practice it all together, but I think we will manage to cover all the topics that is connected with the next tool, which is called Mentimeter. And this is very useful for your students, just not to check their comprehension of the materials, but also to assess their comprehension of the topic, overall topic, to see their expectations, to see whether they are interested in this very topic or not. So let's have a look why this is very useful. And you can see the link which is given below, which is called mentimeter.com. So first of all, why it is useful. So firstly, you can engage your students in real time. You can use it online as well as offline when you have got face-to-face lessons. However, you would need a projector for this. Secondly, you can create presentations to involve the audience. Actually, this kind of tool is used for making some presentations, but very different from what we have usually had throughout PowerPoint presentations. Third thing, that you can take polls and ask your students to vote on questions that will be provided provided on the screens. It is very useful to get easily the feedback for your lesson or just to evaluate themselves, or when you're giving and assigning some projects, of course you're asking other students to evaluate this project as well, right? This is very useful to gather their feedback too. And there is no shortage of options to engage your audience. If you're creative enough, you will have an unlimited option for creating some new activities for your students. Now in the next slide, I will explain how it works. So there is separate procedure for teachers and for students. So for teachers, you would need to get registered on mentimeter.com, and then you will create your presentation, which is of different options, of course. And after getting the code for this presentation, you can share this very code with your students, as you usually have that in Kahoot, yes, and see the results afterwards. But for students, they have to take their registration at menti.com, not Mentimeter. Please mention this. Once they get registered, they will have their special account, and where they can see and just assess their work according to the questions that you would provide them with the help of digital numbers. They are usually of 6. For example, you've got here 286751. It's just random. And coming to the next slide, yeah, I'm gonna speak about again it's registration part. I'm sorry. So what you need to do as a teacher. So registration is not that very difficult. As usual, you would need your Gmail account or Facebook account, or just you can create your own account if you wish within your password. But I've chosen the easiest option for this, just to have your Gmail account. Okay. So once you go to that mentimeter.com, you can see the interface like this with the pink ribbon there, and you can see the sign up buttons, which are given just in 3 parts at the very top, at the very bottom, and somewhere in the middle. You will not miss it because it's properly given there. And you would see the next option for creating an account, just using your Facebook account or just using your Google account already. Then this very tool would ask you to choose the field that you're working in. So whether it is about workshop, whether it's about training courses or education. As a teacher, we would like to take education, of course, and there is an option for teachers for elementary school, for secondary school, for university students, and so on. But there is an option for free, basic, and pro versions. For free, you can just to use all the limited options, but I think this is enough for a basic teacher. But if you're going to be more expert in this and have more tools available there, you can move to the basic one, which is not that much expensive. We can say it's not covering that top dollar, but still it is available for us. And for pro, of course, if you want to just do the magic projects that you wish and implement this with your students, but of course it depends on you. So firstly, you can choose just and try the free option. And coming to the next slide, I'm gonna just speak about how to register itself. Okay, and can you please move to the next slide?
Yeah, I'm trying to move it. Just a minute.
Okay, so I think I will just cover the next page, which would be about creating a presentation. I'm really sorry, guys, that we are wasting time due to these technological problems. Yeah, here I would be short. In order to create one presentation, you would see after your registration procedure, you can see the following picture with my Mentimeter. You have to just press new presentation and create the name of it. For example, it might be whatever, it might be the name of your class, it might be the name of the topic. And after that, you have to choose the format of the question that you want in your slides. For example, on the right side, you can see here multiple choice, word cloud, which is very interesting, of course. So students have to type their answers and you can see all of their answers as a cloud of words. So open-ended questions, so you can just insert the question there. Students can see the question and answer them by written form, not just ABC ranking them. For skills, you can see the scale of the student's interest, or you can even rank the let's say categories of the lesson that might be prioritized. Question and answer, it's very simple, like just typical interaction. Selection of answers, typing their answers can be very easy to implement. As you can see in the next slide, can you please move to the next slide? I'm going to show how it happens just by providing the examples, two of them. Could you move to the next slide, please? Yeah, thank you. Well, here you can see like my question. Okay, so I have chosen here the question results and the depiction of bar charts, or like a donut or a pie, or just simply dots. And once you just click on the content of your question, you can see just your question. You can insert the question type, and you can include here the options in which you want to see the responses of your students. You can also make them answer within two answers, within two options. So my question was about how often do you assess your students? And once the students enter their own account, they can see the assessment, they can see the question, they just click on the code that you provide to them, like in Kahoot, and then you can see the bar chart of their responses. So as you can see on the right slide, yeah, on the right side, you can see the code which is given in the circle. I'm sorry, the previous slide it was. Yeah, and you can just yeah, see the three options that I have inserted here: every lesson, once a week, or once a month. You can choose even the rank question here, as it was given below: who is the most active participant? You can also ask your students to choose the leader of the class, or to choose the leader of the group in their classroom. So it depends. You can create anything that you wish in order to rank, in order to analyze, in order to give some database, to gain their thoughts, to gain their experience and expectations from the lesson as well. So thank you. Now let's move to the next slide. We have got here the ready-made examples on the next slide. Yeah, the first one is about what they are thinking about the following statements, or what they are expecting from this very lesson, or anything that you're providing to them. So you can gain their experience and knowledge as well. Coming to the, let's say, purple part, yes, this is called the cloud of words, yeah, word cloud. So you can use this very tool just in order to present your students and to gain the responses on the spot. So you're just giving them the question and you can gain the results. If you wish, you can do that unanimously, or if you wish, you can see the names of it, you can see the percentage of it. So it depends on what is your aim and what you want to gather from your students. And in the next slide, if you have a look at this, can you please move to the next slide? Yeah, here, as we don't have so much time, and I would really like you to practice it here, but unfortunately, so let me explain the procedure for your practice, so you can just send it to the group if you wish, and I can just assign my own Google account, so you can send it to me, and I might provide you with the following directions and procedures if you wish. If you have got any questions, I might answer at any time. So first, what you would need to do is just to get registered there, to go to mentimeter.com, because being a teacher, you have to use that. Then you have to create a presentation, just clicking on that presentation button and choosing the mode that you want to implement in your classroom, or you can also modify the existing one. So the database provides all of the options for you, so it will not be very difficult for you to implement, just because you have got different options that are ready-made already. And you can share the screen with your students and just get the results on the spot. As you can see here, the picture as well, right? There is a man standing near the whiteboard. So he is sharing his own, but for this very type, you would need the paid version, of course. That's why, unfortunately, I wasn't able to do that. But if you're planning to implement this in your classroom ongoingly, so you can use that too. Next slide, please. Yeah. I think that we can conclude for now because it's already time. So coming to this very slide, you can find useful links and tools that you can easily use in your classroom. Unfortunately, due to time limit, we weren't able to share with you all the valuable information that we got. And we would really like to recommend you just these very sites that you can use. You can just click on them and do your extra further researches for your classrooms in order to effectively just input in them. And in the next slides, we have got only 2 questions just for reflection. So we would like to know whether this workshop was effective for you or not, what kind of information you have gathered, and would it work in your classroom? What do you think about this? Can you please type anything or just unmute yourself and say, because it's very valuable for us to know and to gain that feedback from you as well. So please, don't be shy, please.
May I?
Of course, Ranohon, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Hello, Tanya.
Hello.
Thank you for very informative and useful information about tech tools. We learned one type of assessment by tech tools, and I think it's not easy to implement in 1 hour in one webinar, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
unfortunately, we also wanted to cover more, but there are lots of things to speak about, but we don't have enough time, unfortunately. Thank you very much for your feedback. I hope that at least something was very useful for you. You would try your own experience there. You would try everything in your classroom and would more investigate more in this sphere as well. So someone is typing. Yeah, interesting and useful, but time was too enough. Yeah, thank you. And thank you very much for your feedback, for positive feedback. And again, I'd like to say we are really sorry for such technical problems that took our time a bit.
May I teach?
Yeah, Sabina, hello.
Hello,
Welcome.
I'm really glad to participate in this kind of webinar. It was very fruitful and useful for me. And thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. We are very happy that it was a kind of effective thing to do to conduct this workshop for you. And I think that it was not something that you wasted your time on, hopefully. Thank you very much, everybody, for your feedback. If you have got any questions, feel free to ask.
By the way, how can we ask if we have any questions concerning to this mathematicum?
Okay, if you wish, I can write my just Gmail. You can type to me personally, or you can just ask some and just leave your questions here. We can cover them with your own email account, or you can just type to that ELT group, which is in Telegram. Okay. I'm just
Okay,
typing.
thank you very much.
Thank you too. Any more questions?
So, guys, thank you for your participation, and we're lack of time, and we should finish our workshop right now. And if you don't have any questions, we're happy to have you in our workshop. And thank you for your active participation.
Thank you too.
Thank you too. Thank you, everybody. Have a nice
Hello.
day.
Thank you once again.